Greetings, rooted and rising family. I pray that each of you is grounded, centered, and aligned as you enter this space today. This message comes forward with an unmistakable sense of destiny, a shift in the spiritual atmosphere, a balancing of karma, and a doorway opening into emotional fulfillment, authentic connection, and long-awaited justice. Spirit has gathered both the tarot and multiple oracle decks today to deliver a message of completion, transformation, divine intervention, and renewal. Let's rise in it together. You are absolutely right, rooted and rising. We have got a lot to talk about. Today, right? And I'm super excited for it. All right, so we're going to start off with the tarot, right? We have major arcana, destiny shift, right? The world, the magician, wheel of fortune, 10 of cups, judgment, death, the hierophant, and even justice, right? These 8 cards together tell a story that rarely appears in a single reading. That is why I am so excited for this reading today, right? Each one marks a major spiritual movement, but together. So each one of their own individually marks a spiritual movement, but combined together, they form a full transformational arc, all right? We have death, the world, and judgment. This is a sequence of spiritual graduation. Aren't you excited? Death on its own. So death is spirit ending a chapter that has reached its expiration point, right? Old habits, outdated self-concepts, and karmic patterns, they lose their grip. It represents the removal of anything that has blocked your evolution, blocked your growth. Then the world confirms that this ending is not chaos. It's completion. You know, you just simply have completed a cycle. A cycle you have repeated for years is closing with honor and understanding, right? And growth. You are stepping out of an old identity and integrating the lessons you left behind. That's the growth part, right? You've learned from the past. Then we have judgment, right? Which is a call, or is the call to rise, right? It's spirit saying, you have learned what you needed to learn. Now step forward, reborn. This is your moment of clarity, accountability, forgiveness, and redirection. So together, these cards say an old cycle ends because you have spiritually outgrown it, which is absolutely wonderful. All right, justice. Let's talk about this card. This is the correction, the balancing, the settling of spiritual accounts. Justice arrives when something in your life has been unfair, imbalanced, or unresolved. Spirit is communicating. Your heart is being recalibrated. Your path is being corrected. Truth is being restored, right? This could look like or include receiving clarity that you were denied, a relational imbalance that's finally evening out, recognizing your worth where you once underestimated yourself, karmic weightlifting, a soul connection that is returning in a healed form. Justice ensures that what rises with you is now aligned, reciprocal, and truthful. Remember, you've outgrown karmic cycles. So now let's look at the Magician card and the Hierophant together. This is mastery. This is spiritual authority, rooted in rising family. We've got some powerful members of our family here. That's wonderful. This is wisdom becoming action. Again, this is mastery, the Magician and the Hierophant together. This is spiritual authority. This is wisdom becoming action. The Hierophant alone represents sacred knowledge, tradition, values, commitments, and spiritual alignment. You know, it says, you know what matters. You know who you are. You know what you will no longer entertain. Okay. The Magician, all right. The Magician is manifestation, right? Skill, intention, and embodied power. This card signals that you now have the tools, spiritual awareness, and emotional maturity to create consciously, not reactively. You don't react, you create consciously, right? Together, the magician along with the Hierophant, they say you are manifesting from a place of integrity, clarity, and divine wisdom. Everything you call in from this point forward reflects your higher self. You know, you had the graduation from the karmic cycle, so you're no longer bringing things in from that perspective. Again, everything you're calling in from this point forward will reflect your higher self. You're manifesting from a place of integrity, clarity, and divine wisdom. That is the magician along with the Hierophant combined. Now let's look at the Wheel of Fortune plus the Ten of Cups. Again, this combination is spirit showing where the path is leading, where it leads. First, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheels turn because you are aligned with your destiny. What is delayed is now in motion. What felt stagnant now progressive, now moves, right? Or the wheel turns. The timing that once felt impossible is now opening. And then we look at the Ten of Cups, right? The Ten of Cups is emotional completion, harmony, reconciliation, deepened love, and soul level fulfillment. It signals a connection. This could be romantic, this could be familial. Stepping into a peaceful, emotionally supportive phase. Okay, again, we ended the karmic. That's the Ten of Cups. So together, these cards speak a destined relationship, connection, or emotional chapter moves forward because your inner world is ready to receive it. And this is spirit preparing your heart for a love that is genuine, mature, and aligned. All right. All of this is graduation to alignment. All right. Now, let's look at love. Everyone's favorite topic, right? Love and relationship realignment. This is coming from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, right? We have new love, as in give your relationship a chance and keep an open mind. Now, Spirit reveals a romantic storyline unfolding within the Rooted and Rising collective. New love does not always mean a brand new person, right? This can be a renewed version of someone whose heart space has evolved. So this could look like reconciliation with a new love, as in they've been renewed. They are no longer the old self that they've been. Just like you've graduated, they've graduated, right? So they are a new person. They are no longer the karmic version of themselves, the old stuff they've left behind, just like you, and they're matching you. It can also signal someone entering into your life when you least expect it. So Spirit emphasizes the love that you're stepping into carries a new emotional frequency, which is openness, honesty, and readiness. Okay. Then to give your relationship a chance, that card ties directly to Justice and the Ten of Cups. This represents a connection that is meant to evolve, not dissolve. Where there was imbalance, balance is restored, right? Where there was misunderstanding, clarity arrives. Where there was fear, there is healing, right? And then let's look at keep an open mind. This calls you to release assumptions and old expectations, which is hard to do. At least for me, it is when you when you just want to know everything about everything, right? It's hard to do. So your soulmate may come from a different background. They may communicate differently. They may return in that transformed state. So they're not who they used to be. So you can't keep an old mindset or perspective of them. They may express feelings in a way that surprises you. How about in a way that's foreign to you, where they may be open in their feelings and you may not be, you may be more reserved. They could be younger than you, older than you, right? Spirit is saying love is arriving, but it will not look like your past. Make room for what is different, but most of all for what is true, okay? And whatever that looks like. Now let's look at our material blessings and stability. Now this came from a different oracle deck. This is the Kipper Oracle deck, Kipper. It almost looks like those dolls everyone used to play with when they were younger, including myself. We have gift, right? House, unexpected income. So this is spirit grounding the emotional shifts into the physical world. So this is now talking about physical manifestations of these things, right? Gift. This can be a literal gift, obviously. It can be a proposal. This can be an expression of love. This can be a meaningful invitation, a breakthrough opportunity, emotional generosity. It just signifies reciprocity and thoughtful intention. Okay. Then we have house. Well, house brings what? Stability, roots, safety, foundation, long-term security. And this aligns once again with the Ten of Cups from the Tarot. The creation or strengthening of a home environment or a stable union, okay? And it doesn't always mean romantic union, but just a stable union, all right? And again, we're moving from those karmic relationships to relationships that are aligned with where we are now. So stable unions will be across the board, no matter what type of relationship. All right, then we have unexpected income. This is a financial uplift, windfall, or an opportunity that you did not foresee. And this could come through work. It could come through a person, generosity, or just divine arrangement. And together, if we have all these cards together, basically as you rise spiritually, and emotionally, spirit stabilizes your foundation. So you can feel safe receiving more, and you can feel okay receiving. If you're anything like me, you have a hard time receiving, rooted in rising family. If you're anything like me, where, you are a giver, you are generous, you love to give, but have a hard time giving, a hard time receiving, and a hard time even asking for help. But we'll move on for that. Again, as you rise spiritually and emotionally, spirit is stabilizing your foundation so that you can receive and feel safe receiving. All right, let's look at a different Oracle deck card we pulled here. This is from the Medicine Woman Oracle deck that I have, is what it's called. This is more about grounding and spiritual support, all right? The card literally pulled says grounding, right? Grounding, spirit of earth, right? Earth is more grounding energy, right? Have faith and you are supported. Those are the two cards pulled from that deck. These cards are emphasizing preparation. Grounding is a blessing. Grounding as a blessing. Yes, grounding is a blessing. But grounding. So as a blessing arrives, grounding keeps you safe. It keeps you steady, right? Keeps you sure. It helps you stay present, manage emotional intensity, avoid old patterns, dipping back into old patterns of behaviors or just old patterns, period, and feel secure in your new chapter. Feel safe, feel secure in it, feel, I don't want to say, what's the word, open to it, or just feel like, hey, this is the new me and deserving of it, okay? And then with the Spirit of Earth card affirms that you're not doing this alone. You are supported at every level. You've got your ancestors, your guides, the earth itself. They're all reinforcing your steps. You are safe to trust the unfolding. Absolutely safe to, right? Now we're going to move on to, cards that speak of communication, interventions, and breakthrough. Again, these came from an Oracle deck. This Oracle deck is called What's Gossip. This is about, once again, communication, intervention, and breakthroughs. So cards pulled from this deck is New Message, Glow Up, Divine Intervention, No Filter, Safe Space, Breaking Cycles. So these cards bring the movement of the reading to life, right? The human action, emotional expression, and timely events spirit is orchestrating. All right. That's what these cards speak of. So New Message, which is also a card that says /DM slide, it just says that, hey, someone's communication is imminent. All right. Someone will be reaching out imminently. Someone reaches out with intention, though, with sincerity or emotional clarity. This isn't about this isn't about just passionate DM sliding. This is someone who has the intention of being sincere with you, right? And bringing emotional clarity. So this message may feel surprising, but not unwelcome, okay? Then we have the glow up card. I don't know if, I did say glow up there. So I said, did I mention glow up? But the glow up card. Your internal and your external transformation is visible. People can notice your glow up, right? They notice it in your everything, your aura, how you carry yourself, right? You are in a phase where your energy is magnetic. People are just drawn to it. They see it. People see the change in your confidence, your boundaries, your self-respect, right? They see your glow up. It is visible and magnetic. Right, I love that Rooted in Rising family. I like to always say, remember, Rooted in Rising family, we do not chase, we attract, right? You are in your magnetic energy phase. So, all right, next card. I'm getting off the topic. Next card, Divine Intervention. This card cannot appear without meaning. Spirit stepped in to realign this connection or situation, right? Paths were separated for healing. They now converge again for truth, fairness, and growth, right? Divine intervention. So what may have looked like setback or disagreements, miscommunications, misunderstanding, whatever it is, this was divine intervention stepping in and saying, nope, not yet. There are still some things that need to be taken care of within both of you, right? And then we'll bring you back together again for truth, fairness, and growth. The no filter card. Honesty deepens the connection, obviously, right? You can't walk into something with half truths and then think that you're going to, have a firm foundation and that there will be no cracks. You don't want any more tower moments. To get to this point of graduation, I'm pretty sure, Rooted in Rising family, you've had enough of tower moments. I have too. But honesty deepens the connection. So someone speaks from the heart. Walls come down, pretenses dissolve. We have some openness here. This is great. And we move on to safe space. This card ties directly to House and Ten of Cups. A relationship becomes a sanctuary, right? It is no longer a burden. It is no longer work. It is no longer tiresome, right? This is real reciprocity. And again, this does not just have to mean romance. We have graduated, so we're moving into relationships that do become sanctuary. They feel us. There's like that Two of Cups energy. You feel each other's cups. It is not one-sided, whether this be familial, friendship, business, or romantic, right? Communication becomes softer, deeper, more vulnerable. So the communication is more open, right? And then we have the breaking cycles card that came from this deck as well. This is the final confirmation, right? The old emotional pattern, miscommunication, avoidance, instability, fear, it all ends here. You do not repeat what you healed beyond. And the new you won't tolerate it anyway, because you know your worth, Rooted in Rising family. So you are not going to repeat it because you are not going to tolerate it. All right. Not going to tolerate it. Then we have this beautiful card here, and I love this deck. This is from the Green Witch's Oracle deck. This is the artistry on the card is so pretty. It's moth, which is mystery, revelation, right? The moth holds the final spiritual note. It represents the unseen, divine timing, subtle truths, intuition, the dissolving of illusion, right? Spirit reveals not everything will be shown to you at once, but everything is moving in your favor. I got to repeat that, all right? Spirit is revealing to this through this card that not everything will be shown to you at once, but everything is moving in your favor. And I have to say that for the control freaks, right? Which, I'm preaching to the choir here, right? The moth closes the reading by reminding you that the transformation you're undergoing is not random. It is precise, purposeful, and most of all, divinely guided. So you've got your spirit guides, your spirit team working behind the scenes, all orchestrating this for you in your favor, your good, your mission, your purpose, your love, family, relationships, the future you. You have really got a network really behind you and working for you. Okay. You don't have to know everything, and you're not going to, right? So this is the overall message, Rooted in Rising family. This reading speaks to a collective awakening. All right. A karmic cycle ends through divine justice. You rise into spiritual mastery, which is just so wonderful. Your heart opens to new love or renewed love. Your stability strengthens. Your foundation becomes secure. Your communication deepens. Your path realigns. Your transformation radiates. People see that glow up. And spirit creates openings where there once was walls. All right? You are stepping into the life you were always meant to live and always probably felt that you should have or desired or wanted, right? Rooted in Rising family, I know I'm speaking to a family who has always known that they were meant for more. There was something more. There was something else. There was something better. Right now, you're stepping into that life that you were always meant to live, right? Grounded, aligned, and rising. All right? Most of all, I want you to what? Stay rooted, stay rising and aligned with all the divine gifts ahead.